Perfect. Okay, hey, 6 weeks seems like plenty of time to finish your taxes, right? And plenty of people will wait, though, until the very last minute to file.
But experts say there are a few really good reasons to file now and early, and one of them is for your safety. Reporter Karen Kaifa, explains.
About 50 million taxpayers had filed their taxes with the IRS as of February 20th. The federal agency says that's about 1/3 of the returns it will process this year. For the remaining 2/3, the clock is ticking. With about 6 weeks to go before the federal filing deadline, finishing that return may not seem like a pressing priority, but filing now can help taxpayers avoid certain headaches. First, it's a way to combat a popular scam. Hackers only need a name and a social security number to file a fraudulent tax return in your name and steal a refund. Second, starting now gives more time for research and to avoid red flags that could make a taxpayer more susceptible to an audit. That's especially crucial this year, as the IRS says a tighter budget means longer wait times to speak with their agents on the phone and in offices. Filing early also gives more time to budget for any balance owed to the federal government, due on April 15th, even with an extension of time to file. Perhaps the best reason of all to file, getting money back. The IRS said that as of February 20th, they'd paid out $125 billion in refunds to about 8 in 10 early filers, with the average refund topping $3,100. For Consumer Watch, I'm Karen Kaifa.
All right, I know you've seen the folks standing out on the corner, looking a little bit like the Liberty statue there for the tax services. And we're actually talking about Liberty Tax Service this morning. And getting your taxes prepared and getting them prepared right and getting your maximum refund this morning. So joining us here this morning, Bradley Rhodes, Gabe Gomez, and then we've also got Jonathan or J Fly out here. Oh yeah, see, he knows how to get your attention. See what I'm talking about? This is actually quite a lucrative job, isn't it?
It is.
It actually pays very well. And he was telling me he was in the Army-Navy drill team, and that's where he learned his skills. All right, so that's how you get people's attention out on the corner. But once you get them into Liberty Tax Service, you've got a whole array of service to offer them and questions that you can answer for them. Going all the way back to a deadline that's coming up here for 2011 taxes. Tell me about that first.
Yeah, that's right. Anyone that they can amend their tax return all the way back to 2011 and still be able to collect a refund if a refund is due to them. Once April 15th passes, they're no longer eligible to receive a refund for any tax returns filed prior to 2011.
What if you hadn't filed for that year? You can still file?
Yes, you can.
Correct.
Okay, so you can get that done. So remember that deadline is coming up, folks, and you'll help folks get caught up. If they've gotten behind, maybe they should come in and see you rather than just let it go.
That's right. They should. One of the most important things that everyone should remember is not to procrastinate and wait until the last minute. Come in and see us before the rush on at the last moment, and bring all the appropriate paperwork and documentation that you need, and we'll take care of them.
People probably bring it in a shoebox, literally, sometimes, don't they?
The most popular topic I always talk about during class, but it's true. We offer a free tax review, so if you have not filed or if you have filed, we'll look at everything and make that educated decision at that time.
Okay, let's talk about the Affordable Care Act, because there's been a lot of stories done about this. I'm not sure how many people it affects, but certainly if it affects somebody that's watching right now, they want to know, have they gotten bad information here? Are we having to redo some things?
Well, there was 800,000 incorrectly issued 1095 forms. So these are the forms that we use to reconcile their tax returns. With that being said, there's many Americans that have already filed their taxes. They may need to go back and amend their returns or take a second look at them. If people don't know, what we offer is a free service so that people can come into the office, present their forms, and we can help them check to make sure that they had the correct 1095A that was issued to them and used on their tax return.
Now, where do they find you? Liberty Tax Service. I mean, how do you want them to get in touch with you first off?
We have a number of locations all over the greater San Diego area, but we've got a 1-800 number or 1-866
871-1040.
871-1040.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Right. It'll route them to the nearest office as well. But with 40 locations here in San Diego and over 4,500 offices in the country, we're out there.
So you should be able to find a Liberty Tax
us,
Service in your neighborhood. All right, you have some appreciation days coming up here, and this is just a wonderful thing that you do for the military and for folks in uniform, police officers, for example.
That's right. We have customer appreciation weeks. It's our opportunity to give back to the community, to thank them for the services they provide. This current week, we're offering the appreciation week to police and firefighters. The following week, it's healthcare employees, and we have Senior Appreciation Week, and lastly, we have volunteers and nonprofit appreciation weeks.
So you're offering what to those folks?
Yes, for anyone that falls into one of these categories, if they're a brand new customer, we offer a free income tax preparation service for them, and if they're a returning customer, we offer a price reduction of 50%.
All right, folks, get in touch with Liberty Tax Service. And again, I've got the number right here, 866-871-1040.
Correct.
To find the nearest office, but there's offices everywhere, and you shouldn't have any trouble. If folks wait until the very last second, do you have to put them on an extension? I mean, sometimes they walk in, 10 minutes before the office closes.
That's right.
What would happen in that case?
Yes, we could file an extension for them, but the important thing for them to remember is the extension is nothing more than an extension to file, not an extension to pay. So if in fact they have a tax liability, they're going to be required to pay along at the time when they file the extension.
So they're going to walk in and say, I want to file an extension, and you're going to do a quick calculation and say, okay, you better send in a check for this amount.
Correct.
And then we'll figure out what you actually owe and what your refund might be.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it's a very misunderstood thing with extensions.
Right.
People don't realize they have to send in that check.
Right.
You folks going to stay open 24 hours a day? How's this going to work here leading up to...
Yes, our motto is we're not going to close until the last customer leaves. And so as long as there's customers coming in, if we have to stay open 24 hours, we will.
Okay, folks, get on into Liberty Tax Service. Thank you so much. And Jonathan, good job, buddy. You want to wrap it up here?
Yeah.
And there you go.